Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Slay the Spire Downfall. Welcome back to it. I don't know, we're gonna do a run. I streamed some of this yesterday, I had a ton of fun, and wanted to play some more. So, Act 4 with the Automaton. Wait, completing a run with the Automaton, Act 4 wins do not count. Huh. Well, looks like I got a win with this guy, so I guess we're gonna go with it. Oh, right, the Automaton was weird as shit. Alright, let's see, how much do I have? Can I... Okay, looks like I can do this. Okay, so this starts me with a lot of resources. Eternal Feather's not a bad idea. Singing Bowl is great. Toolbox has some potential. We could just buy all three of them. Remove some cards and move things around. What else do we have? Whenever you create or play a function, gain 4 block, summon orb. Also good. Spaghetti code. Until the sequence is full, choose one of 3 random cards to encode. Exhaust. This one gets weird. I know repair is decent. I'm gonna grab the Eternal Feather and the Singing Bowl. Toolbox is okay. I'm gonna grab these two instead. Then the toolbox, then the card removal service. Get rid of a strike. Alright. We've made it out like bandits. And let us go. Oh. Okay. I think I'm gonna go down the right side. Downfall runs can be a little weird. And, ooh, yeah, this looks good. This gets boring. This side's better. By that point. But this gives me the option of going to the shop. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. And we don't have a bonfire before the boss, so that's going to be a little funky. It's fine. So do we want to get some more HP? Do we want to get the ruby key, which gives me some strength? Or do we want to upgrade a card? Let me check my deck. So, unfortunately, I don't think we have the alternating upgrade. Yeah, we don't. Draw 2 cards in code. Add the card to the sequence. When 3 cards are in the sequence, their effects are merged into a function with cost equal to the highest cost of the card in the sequence. So go to is decent. Summon orbs is great. Repair is really good for sustainability. What else do we have? And these are just raw stats. Who's this one? 6 damage in code. I feel like go to. Let's upgrade go to. It's kind of basic. But I think it's got some potential. Okay, and we've got the merchant right off the bat. And I guess I'm going to start with magnetism. Let's see, do I want to go to or let's just hit him. So, if you've never seen this before, whenever you create or play a function, yeah, so that one's a bit dicey. Let's good instincts, repair. Do we just summon orb or do we just hit him? I guess I'm gonna summon orb because I ain't hitting him with his current defense. Oh, but he's got barricade. Replicate. Go to again. Gets me a function, does some damage to him. Hit him with whatever. I mostly wanted the healing out of everything that we had. Let's see. I don't think I have anything else. I'm going to do a Master of Strategy in case I get it back. I don't, but we get Replicate. Yeah, not the most useful. But that's okay. He's stealing my money. Rude dude. Pop that. Do we do a discovery? Yeah, pop a discovery. Iterate. Get him with copy. Hit him with a bunch of damage, and they're gone. Okay. This is a weird character, by the way. If you've never seen Downfall before. Ooh. These are interesting. Iterate is great with strength. This is good for an AoE. I think I want to go with this. 4 damage, apply poison. Encode. Compile error. Insert a slime. I don't know. Oil spill might actually just be better, though. Because this scales with damage, this scales kind of in an interesting fashion. I'm going to go for that. Okay, and sadly I don't have much of anything to buy anything, as the merchant stole all of my money. It's okay. Was that the intended? Yeah, I'm going the right way. I'm going to go transmutation. What do we have? I'm going to start with summon orb, and then transmutation for 2 more. I don't think panache is going to work in my favor here, but you never know. Replicate. Repair. Oil spill. Running copy. Replicate again. See, I've got plenty of defense. We're pretty good, actually. This is an interesting run. That's kind of universally true of downfall runs. They're wild. They might not be the best, but they're great. Ooh, optimize. Upgrade the next 3 cards that you encode that can be upgraded. Increase the numbers on all cards in the sequence by 1. Both of these are great. Optimize is rare, so let's go with that. Let's see. Flawed. At the end of your turn, transform all cards in hand into random status cards. Exhaust. I'm gonna go for it. It's probably a mistake. We're just endless merchants. Do I go magnetism? Sure. Optimize. Repair. Probably should have just hit him. Okay. Burn, replicate. Defend. That's not helpful. We'll just hit him again. I guess I'll defend again. That's just going to get rid of Mind Blast, but it burns itself. You know, in retrospect, Flawed is actually kind of neat. Okay, hit him with Oil Spill. Gets me this. And Hand of Greed does more damage than anything else. There we go. And my main goal is just to hit him as much as I possibly can before he's gone. And he's gone. Well, it's fine. Hey, I'm almost up to full health too. That compile heal, starting with that is really solid. The virus. Retain, deal 3 damage, transform all cards in hand into minor beam. Exhaust. I like the idea of the virus. I'm gonna grab that. Okay, what else do we have? Add a copy of the first card in the current sequence to the next 2 sequences automatically. Interesting. Insert a random status. Gain energy in code. I mean, Shuriken would have been amazing, but alas, I'm poor. Otherwise, I could remove the... Yeah, I'm just going to remove Flawed. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but at the same time, it's still not something I'm looking for. Do we go... If we go Bonfire, I can upgrade something. We could upgrade this. Minor Beam Plus, that's not bad. Otherwise, I could do 2 mid-bosses. You know what? I am going to play it safe. Or, I'm going to recall. Reason being, there's a very specific reason for this. Souls or Anchor? I'm going to go for the Sapphire Key. I'm going to go Metamorphosis. Let's see. Replicate, Oil Spill, and then a Defend Plus. Do you go for 2? Sure. That's a pain. Do Optimize. Go to. hit him. Do we defend? I'm gonna hit the repair. And then I'll just defend. I'll still take 9 damage, however, the wrench plus should work. Okay, summon orb. Hit him with that. He dies of poison. We're still going to take some damage here, but that's fine. Because we got one of them down, and I've got a lot of self-heal. Okay. I'm going to pop the defend, and then we're going to hit him with the virus. Which gets rid of all of my cards, and just gets me a bunch of minor beams. They're not great. But they're not terrible. Oh, I didn't realize the minor beams in code. Well, that works out in my favor. Okay, he's dead. Probably should have actually... Maybe not. Oh well. It's fine. Alright, so far so good. Yeah, we came out of this mostly like bandits. Shame Metamorphosis didn't turn out to be particularly useful, but that's fine. I'll just wait. I probably should have hit the slimes, in retrospect. Cultist Strike. Sure. Bit of a shame, but whatever. Yeah, those are really good cards going, but well, there's Kunai. Okay, Oil Spill Constructor. 5 block, when encoded, if this is the first card, increase block by 5, or 18 damage, remove the next compile error you would encode. Ooh. Overheat is almost great. But I think I'm just gonna go with nah. Oh, requires 100 souls. Shoot. Well, that's mildly tragic. Not overwhelmingly. Let's upgrade Virus. I might want to fight the mid-boss instead of going for that one. I'm feeling pretty confident about this build. Remove a card from my deck. I gotta. Let's just get rid of a strike. They are pure dead weight. We're just going to be murking this dude. Best as I can, anyway. Ooh. Okay. Optimize, summon orb, oil spill. And I'm just going to pop the transmutation, get rid of it. It good. Don't get me wrong. It's not what I'm looking for. Let's see. Do I go for go-to? Yeah, sure. Because that gives me the wrench. Okay, and then we're going to pop the virus. Burn the rest of these. Because that includes getting rid of the slime. And it gives me this, which lets me just do some... absolutely unload some orbs on this man. And now he's got no shields. And 30 of my souls. Jerk. But yeah, now I've gotten rid of almost all of my deck. I could almost infinite loop, but I don't quite have enough juice for it. But it's okay. He's gonna soul steal me. Then he's gonna run. I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill him, unfortunately. But it's still. His days are numbered and I get all my stuff back. Add a card to the deck. Allocate. Repulsor. When you draw the first status or curse, each turn exhaust it, draw a card. This is reasonably good, especially if I upgrade it. I'm gonna go for it. That means I can pick up some curses. Let's see. I know Study the Spire is incredible. A number of these are decent, but I don't think I care too much. I think I'm good. Okay, Deep Breath, Enlightenment, Transmutation. Grab Enlightenment. Perfect. Okay, Optimize, Go To. I should have saved Enlightenment in retrospect. Okay, I'm going to take some damage here. Oh, but I orbed. So in that case, let's do Minor Beam. Gets me a little bit extra. Okay, not perfect, but I take no damage. And I'm not hurt in the slightest. Okay. Cultist Strike. Deal 6 damage in code. Compile increase this card's damage by 1 permanently, which is really good. Play a copy of each card in the sequence they do not encode. Add a random card with encode to your hand, cost 0. Let's go Cultist Strike. That is some interesting scaling potential. Let's go Magnetism. I'm gonna do Cultist Strike, and then we're just gonna wait. Optimize, Power Orb, Replicate. Okay, now I think we need a whale on him. Do we pop Repair? Maybe. We could do Repulsor. Or we could just lay into him. Let's just go for big hits. Another Magnetize. Interesting. Let's go for Replicate. Just loads of damage. Okay, so he's punchy. Question is, do I take the damage? I'm gonna go for a second Magnetism. Because I can take that damage. That's not a problem. Oil Spill. Go to. And we're just gonna repair. Oh, which... Oh, first function you create each combat. I was hoping it was just every function. Alas. Okay, so let's do... Just hit him with the big hits. Pop Finesse doesn't really get me too much, but we have a Hand of Greed. I might not be able to pull it off. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to kill him. There we go. It's fine. Would have been nice. Start each combat with a piercing shot in sequence. Sure. Why not? Okay. Early access. Which is really good. Scry 5. Encode all cards with encode discarded in the selected order. Exhaust. Interesting. Good way to get a sequence out really fast. That said, early access, beta build, and full release are really good. So I'm going to go with those, especially because the status effects are not hugely impactful for me. I'm just going to go Secret Technique. Okay, I'm going to take Defend Plus, as I'm going to take some damage here. Oil Spill, and then a Replicate. Gets me that. Hits him big. Then I guess I'll just defend. Would have been nice to do Summon Orb, but it's just a little too expensive for me. Oh well. Okay, what do we got? Front load. Told block, encode, function gains retain, which is good. Block, slimes. Nah, I'm just gonna go for defense. And I'll go for a madness. Hope for something interesting. Actually, I might be able to. Early access. Repair. And then madness gets me repulsor. Perfect. So now we don't have to worry about status effects. Beta build. Well, we need to do Cultist Strike no matter what. And then beta build. Then there's full release. I don't remember what full release does. Ooh, that's a lot of statuses. That said, I got a decent way of getting rid of them. Delete them. Shame we do not have Orb. Or Shuriken. Shuriken would have actually done some pretty wild things with this build. Having Kunai is good enough. Full release. Function becomes a power which activates its effects. Right, that's why it's so dang good. So at the start of your turn, 4 damage, 5 damage, and apply poison. Yeah, that sounds good. That's really good. Brew of surprises, and what do we get? Fine-tuning. I'm gonna grab fine-tuning. Baseline, maybe it's not the best, but I'm assuming it's gonna be pretty good. Let's grab a magnetism. First 2 times you play a 0-cost card, Silent gains a shiv. Ooh. Okay. Do magnetism, and I'm just gonna do defend. Because I want to do summon orb. And then defend again. I'm just trying to play it slightly safe. This seems to be more of a shiv deck, which I'm fine with. Pop fine-tuning. Then cultist strike. Apply weak. Do damage. Looks like I'm getting hit for a fair bit here. But that's okay. Go for those. Took a little bit of damage, but we're fine. Okay. I'm gonna repair. I'm gonna oil spill. So far, so good. Doesn't look like I'm taking any damage, but I can do a good instincts and a blind, all the same. Let's see. So what are we even looking at? Wild nonsense. Looking at 6 damage rolling my way. It's just like a little spooky, but not terribly problematic. Okay, so we got beta build. We've got that. Pop Panacea. Got plenty of defense. So I guess I'm just gonna go for the strike. Not that I can do too much here. Interestingly enough, she's got curses. Let's see. I guess I'll just do a go-to. It's a bit of an odd build. I guess I'm going to take a bit of damage here. It's fine. We're skunking the silent. Nothing to worry about. Full release. Let's see. Apply more weakness. Get him with a replicate. Get him with piercing copy. There we go. And we came out of that with almost full HP. Oh. Okay, what else do we got? Sentient Form. First time you create or draw a function each turn, increase all numbers on it by 1. That's really good. Burnout. Deal 5 damage to all random enemy for all of your status cards, then exhaust them. Insert burns. Or ship it. 5 damage, 2 additional damage for all of your status cards. I'm gonna go Sentient Form. Pulling that off is a little tough, though. I'm gonna go Sozu. I have 3 good potions that I could probably carry with me. Oh, we're up here. I forgot. Do we go shopping? Maybe. Do I want to just roll the mystery machine? Because I could go shopping. Or we could fight more regular enemies and get 3 mid-bosses. Okay, I'm going to undo this for a second. Because this side, now that I'm looking at it, is starting to look a little bit more attractive. No, I'd take it back. It's okay. We're going to start here. Baseline. I'm just going to get that one for now, because we're going shopping. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That gets cheaper. That makes it innate. That makes it not bad. That makes it retain. The sentient form as it stands is a little expensive. I'm gonna grab it though, because that is by and far like one of the most important things that I can even do. I'll start with Apotheosis. Sure. Let's see. I'm gonna save Repulsor for now. Unfortunately, not enough juice, but that's okay. Do I do sentient form? He's going to be hitting me for 25, which is a little spooky. He's going to be hitting me for 25 no matter what I do. So, sure. I can probably heal it back anyway. I just have to kill him. Maybe I should have burned those strikes and defends. Oh well. Okay. He's only got 11, so I can kill him for a decent chunk. Okay, add a card. Another cultist strike? Maybe I'm just going to go for the max HP. Okay, so we got Vajra. Start with extra strength. Start with thorns. Draw 3 cards. At the start of each turn, draw an additional card and insert one dazed. Boost. Gain 8 block in code. Compile, gain 2 strength. Deal 10 damage, gain 10 block. Add a random boss card to your hand. Cost 0 until played. Exhaust. A lot of these are pretty good. I'm going to grab Boost and Vajra at the very least. Honestly, it's really tempting. It's really tempting to pick this up, but I might want to remove a card. That's probably the better option. Boss Guardian requires 10 or more block, deal 4 damage to all enemies. 4 times exhaust. It's okay. I think I'm fine. I think I'm good with what I've got, and this way I can potentially break another key. Let's see, choose a card to add to your deck. Sure. Let's see if we get anything incredible. Add a copy of the first card in the current sequence to the next 2 sequences automatically. This could work really well with the full release. Early access beta build full release. Like that could be really good. What else do we have? Next card you code causes X copies to be encoded. Exhaust. That sounds fascinating. Merge conflict. 10 damage. Next time you encode a card, encode a copy of it. Let's see. Otherwise, we just get another optimize. What is... I don't know what the upgrade on that one is. I'm not sure. Otherwise, I could go overheat. It's okay. Buggy Mess. Insert a random status, gain energy, and code. I'm gonna go with that. Oh, it's the cleric. Beggar takes off his cloak to reveal he's a cleric. Your horrible soul, cleric brought protection. He screams. 2 massive figures emerge from the alley, each wearing full plate. Before you have a chance to react, they draw their blades and charge. Hello, you guys. Let's go magnetism. Okay, looking at some damage here, which is not my favorite. That said, we have boost, and we have replicate, which gets me piercing boost, 10 damage to all enemies, 8 block, 8 damage. Should be good. And I'm gonna hit Summon orb or magnetism. I'm gonna hit magnetism, hope for the best. Oil spill. Buggy mess. Fine tuning. Might give me 2 energy. Yes. Madness, just because. And then we're going to take some damage. But it's fine. Because I've got good instincts, and I've got repair. Which gets me oily mess, which gets me a lot of stuff. Which means we got to do repulsor. But that's no surprise. Okay, ooh. Enlightenment comes at such a perfect time for me today. Okay. 18 damage, random status, draw 3 cards, and more. Perfect. Pop beta build. Good instincts, I guess there's nothing for me to immediately worry about. Oh, it was the void that ate my damage. That's what it is. Pop these. Get him with oily mess. Whammo that guy. I got plenty, let's just orb. I'm gonna see if I can finish this before... before we're done. That's gonna just kill him, ain't it? Oh, if I do virus... because I wanted to specifically upgrade that cultist dagger. Gain souls, remove cards from deck. Oof. 300 souls is a lot. Removing 2 cards from the deck is a little bit more valuable. And I'm going to get rid of the defense. They're just not useful. Remove 3 cards or just remove another card from my deck. Hi. I was not expecting to get this far with the whole removal thing. Now I'm actually a bit lost. I'm just gonna get rid of the strike plus. No matter what, it's just not really what I'm looking for. Let's see. So do we just go for the bosses, mid bosses? So hope for interesting perks, or do we upgrade stuff? Because upgrading stuff would let me potentially boost. Buggy mess. Fine tuning has some interesting potential. That one's okay. That one's... I mean, that one's good. Actually, boosting early access is really solid. And I would still get 1 mid-boss. Yeah. Okay. Break the emerald. And smith up. I think I want to upgrade early access. That way I get it early, as opposed to later in the sequence. We get a whetstone, those get upgraded, beautiful. And we just got this schlub. It's not even a question. Let's see, he's gonna hit for 12. So go for repulsor or no, I'm gonna hit early access. Absolutely slambos him. We're gonna take 3 damage, but that's something I can just roll with. Because I've got repair, I've got oil spill, summon orb, and then fine tuning just for some extra damage. Still gonna take a little bit here. But all I have to do is compile this, cultist strike. Beautiful stuff. Well, this is working out. Do we want to go for a second repair? Actually, yes. Cursed Haunted, potentially Cursed Writhe. Sure, why not? Worked out. Let's see. Obtain Ritual Dagger, lose 6 HP. Or a Cultist Potion. I don't have the Broken Wing statue. Sure. I'm not fully convinced that the Cultist Dagger is really worth going for. I mean, it's good. to upgrade Buggy Mess. Though maybe I want to upgrade Fine... Maybe I should have upgraded Fine Tuning. Oh well. I don't do status effects. Let's just do Forethought. Forethought has some potential. Because I think I'm going to want to... Ow, this is going to hurt, ain't it? Forethought Repulsor. Boost. Early access. And then I can Ritual Dagger him, which gets the boost when we take way less damage. Alright. Never mind. Not a whole lot of pain. Okay. Oil Spill. Replicate. Go to. Gets me some stuff. We get Oily G again. Sure, why not? Buggy Mess. Let's just summon Orb. Because I can do Cultist Strike, Fine Tuning, and then Beta Build. Take no damage. Get a ton of energy and just delete Bird. Okay, what else we got? Backtrace. Yeah, no, I'll just take the max HP. Okay, so these guys are gnarly. Grab a Madness. Hope it's useful. It is. So I can do... Let's start with an Oil Spill. Hit him. Fine Tuning. Ton of damage. Early access. Hit him. Pop Madness and get Sentient Form. We're still going to take 19 damage here. However, we've already killed almost 2 of them. These guys are usually run enders for me. And so I'm happy to say, that's not the case. I could have just let Poison kill him. Oh well. I'm just going to burn the slimes manually. Buggy Mess, Beta Build, Boost. Add a Repulsor just because. Or no. Now Repulsor. Alright, so we've got mad status effects, but that's hardly a problem for me. Oh. I should have upgraded full release. It's fine. Because what I want to do is kill him with the Ritual Dagger. Perfect. Get a Juzu Bracelet, anything else. Start of each turn, add a minor beam to your hand. It'd let me farm a lot of powers. I'm gonna say no. Just a little too risky for me. And a Snecko. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna grab a Good Instincts, though in retrospect, that was a terrible idea, but whatever, we're doing it anyway. Just gonna do Go To. Buggy Mess. And then a pair of repairs. Just lets me play it again. Good Instincts. Pop the Ritual Dagger. Do I just do whatever? Or do we hit him with the virus? We're gonna hit him with the virus. It's fine. We don't need to Ritual Beam. There we go. I just want to get those functions down quick. Let's see. Do I do a Sentient Form or do I just block the damage? I can block the damage. Sentient Form is nice, but I don't actually care that much. This fight's going to be over before I know it. Summon Orb. Boost. Replicate. Gets me an amount of defense. Don't have to worry about too much. Oily Boost, not so good. It's fine. Shame about that Cultist Strike, but it's fine. Overload? Nah. I mean, Overload's actually kind of interesting. think I'm still going to say no, though. Most of their basic effects aren't actually that good. Okay. Pop a magnetism. Who knows how that's going to go. Optimize. Oh. I guess not really that helpful here, is it? On the plus side, boatloads of damage. Probably should have actually gone for repulsor. But magnetism has interesting effects. Whatever. Gonna hurt a little bit, but it's fine. Okay. We are good. Panache. Buggy mess. Beta build. Repair. Burn his slimes. And just get him with whatever. We are just swimming in status effects now. For better and worse and I don't know. Ooh. If I do boost. Damn. That void came at a terrible time. Fine-tuning. Blind. Oh, I do not want to do this. This is gonna hurt. This is way better. Okay, so one of these should be a power. That's not the case. Okay, how do we want to do this? I think we need repulsor. Okay, now we've got repulsor. Thank you for the extra energy. I'm just going to hit for the replicate. And that, and we leave it. Alright. Doesn't hit me too much. It's got a little dicey. Orb. Tinker's Wrench. No skills in my draw pile. Okay. That one big hit. A little spooky. Oh, gain 4 energy. How did that happen? I have no idea. Let's see. Why don't we take the Defendant in my hand. Hit the Piercing Alpha. Pop Purity. Burn all of these. Okay, I've got 60 armor. The status effects are a little spooky for me. Like I said. They're a little spooky for me. Because I might have too many. We pop Enlightenment, apply Weak, get a Replicate, get another function. Not a great one, but it is a function. There we go. That got a little out of hand. Okay, Recursive Strike, 6 damage 2 times encode. Compile, encode 2 copies of Strike. Assembly or Hyper Beam, retain. 45 damage to all enemies, 5 void in your draw pile. When retained, lower its cost. I like Assembly. So I can no longer rest at rest sites. Or I could gain curses. Honestly, Cursed Key is not the worst. Worst comes to worst, I pick up 2 curses and I can usually get rid of them. Because I might need to rest at a rest site. That's the one thing. Huh. I'm used to the map being this limited. Okay, let's take a look. Something to this extent. I've still got to break a key. This gives me a couple of mid-bosses. Another shop, though I doubt I'm going to be able to kill him. Okay, so what do we boost? Fine-tuning? Or assembly? Scry 8. That's way too good. Okay, random colorless card. Let's just spend my money and see what I get. Just gonna go for the max HP. Okay. Not really that helpful, but I'll take the max HP. Let's see, do I want to just do Mayhem? No, Mayhem's gonna get me hurt. I want to avoid that. Okay, let's do Cultist Strike, Ritual Dagger, and Buggy Mess. Go to Boost. Early Access. Gives me a little bit of armor. Nuke all of them, we take 1 damage. Okay. Then we pop Assembly. Okay, so it's in the order that we exhausted them. Okay, we repair again. Pop Repulsor just because. Do some damage. Probably should have gone for the oil spill. In retrospect, it's fine. And I have nothing else I want to do. Really got to upgrade that one so I can retain it. It's fine. That would hurt. Okay, let's do beta build. This. That. And then magnetism. The poison will finish him off. So I don't have to risk too much. Alternatively, I guess I take 1 damage. It's fine. Delayed guard, sticky shield. I'm just gonna keep utilizing sticky bowl. Sticky bowl? Sticky whatever. Lose 10 HP? Sure. Boss card. Awaken 1. Gain strength. When you die, heal 20 instead. That's not bad. 10 block. On your next turn, gain 3 energy, slime crush to your hand, or collect your remove all enemy block, apply weakness. Awaken's got some interesting potential as just like a something to save me. Chrono Boost is great. Corrupted Heart, gain 10 invincible. If you already had invincible, it lasts another turn instead. Let's go Chrono Boost. In 6 turns, 6 damage to a random enemy, 6 times, scales with strength, invincible, or you are mine. Go Hexaburn. I'm not actually sure if those are good ideas. Bewildered, we also get Question Card, which is pretty bad, honestly. Okay. I'm just gonna go Finesse. Alright, Sentient Form. What? That was weird. Get confused? Oh no, I did get Sentient Form. Weird. I'm kind of confused by how that happened, but that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna pop repair. Do that. Then I'm gonna do assembly. Cultist strike, boost. Discard those. Boost them. Defend and a Chrono boost. He's still gonna hit me for 45. Ouch. It's fine. Let's see. Do I go for the repair or do I go for the beta build? Go for the beta builds because big blocks. He's hitting for 18. I'm gonna grab repulsor because things are gonna get kind of dicey otherwise. Optimize, buggy mess. Oil spill. Oh. Okay, there it is. At the start of your turn, insert a random status, gain 2, deal damage. And we're good. Now I have even more energy. I'm also going to have more status effects that I know what to do with. Oh. Bewildered. That's what it is. You know, all things considered, Bewildered is hardly a problem for me. My whole deck is expensive. Go with that. I think that's kind of expensive. Well, it's fine. Ow. This is good stuff. Alright. Good time to hit this, and then we're just going to hit him with a virus. There we go. That's this stuff. Die. Ouch, but oh well. Whenever you add a card to your deck, souls. Interesting. Second virus? They don't synergize well. Fortify ain't bad though. Gain dexterity? Sure. Stat scaling is nice. Akabeko. Also nice. I got a lot of shit in my inventory, which is a problem. So this just makes it so I gain 1 strength at the start. In 4 turns, 30 HP instead. Increase damage by 5, gain strength. Probably go for upgraded summon orb. Okay. Oh, and the merchant is just dead. Huh. Well, that's nice. Whenever you draw a cursor status card, gain... Ooh, it's a feature. And I'm going to get rid of Bewildered, just because that's really annoying. Anything else? No, I think I'm good. I just wanted to grab like another Chrono Boost, but I think I'm fine. Alright, this is certainly an odd set of builds, but it's okay. Pop early access, then assembly. Oil spill. Then repair and boost. Okay, so that gets me 1. So a ton of damage off the bat. Do we do Tinker's boost or do we do repair? We don't need repulsor at the moment. We're gonna need it. In retrospect, it's fine. I'm back up to full health. That's one of the more important things. Ooh, this is gonna hurt, ain't it? I'll just wait. We'll take 8. It's fine. Okay, fortify, cultist strike. Oof. It's fine, mostly. Gain energy, draw 1 additional card at the start of your next X turns, gain energy. I mean, return's kind of nice. Especially because it's fully upgraded. So what do we do? Hunt on the merchant. Search the treasury for a relic. Let's do that. What do we get? Protective goggles. If you enter your turn with no cards in the sequence, gain 4 block. I'll take it. We're also swimming in curses. What cards do I have? Because Mind Blast is not the worst idea at the moment. Do Fortify, Fine Tuning, and then Early Access. Kill that guy. Gain status. Boy, I'm swimming in status effects. It's fine. It's fine. Boost for a little bit of strength. Repair, and then we're just going to do a return plus. Unplayable Ethereal. At the end of your turn, add a void to the top of your draw pile. That's a pain. Okay, Ritual Dagger. Kills that guy. It's a feature, followed by Virus. I'm just going to burn these. Fight ain't going to last long enough. Okay, and then I'm actually not going to use that Minor Beam so we get a little bit more defense here. Okay, Sentient Form, Repair, Oil Spill. Okay. Cultist Strike for big damage. Block... yes. And then I'm going to do Repulsor. Which I probably should upgrade. In retrospect, make it cheaper. Optimize, beta build. Yeah, we're good. We got this. I just gotta hit button, hope for best. And 17 block. It's not perfect. And the sheer amount of statuses I have are certainly holding me back in a lot of interesting ways. Go for that. There we go. Ooh. That's good. Break. 15 damage in code. Spooky. I'm gonna grab another It's a Feature. That's a nice way to gain a lot of scaling. Let's see, we got anything else? Not overwhelmingly. Because I could go for like another Fortify. Or Class Default. But it's gonna just... It's just gonna plug my deck with garbage. I don't want to do that. Let's go for Enlightenment. That just has infinite uses. Alright, so I'm gonna burn a couple of these. Pop Enlightenment for no other reason than because I can. Repair, get some HP back. Okay, I think we'll be fine. Yeah. As far as foes go, this guy is probably one of the easier ones. It's Fortify, Boost, and Repair. Boy, I wish I had Medkit right about now. That would go a very long way. Okay, so what are we looking at? Buggy Mess. It's a Feature. Chrono Boost, Defend, and Return Plus. There's Apotheosis. Took it a little while. Do I go for Awaken? Yeah, I might as well. It's gonna hurt. But it's fine. Because now we're getting the good stuff. Let's see. Go for beta build. Hit him with that. Gain statuses Ahoy. Hexaburn. Replicate. Slimed. Ritual Dagger, and then regular Cultist Strike. Okay. Optimize. I have no idea what an optimized full release does. Right, let's pop virus. That hurt. That didn't quite kill him. That's okay, I'm only going to take 12. There he goes. And every time you play 10 attacks, ooh, that's good. What else do we get? Invoke. 5 blocking code. Compile, gain energy equal to the cost of the cards in the sequence. Tempting? Tempting. Okay, good opportunity heal. Just a bit. Dark Shackles. Not as good as I was hoping it would be, but it's fine. And do we just pop virus now? Nah. Okay. So if I do invoke, fortify, repulsor, and then just a return, which lets me burn slimes. Hurts. I was really hoping I could heal here, but alas. Optimize. Fine-tuning. Sentient form boost, so that gets me a bunch of extra energy, which lets me do Invoked Fortress. It's a feature and then Occultist Strike. And we still hold on to this. Okay, Apotheosis, Repair, Beta Build. Heals me a bunch. Damage, don't need to worry too much. I'm gonna pop Assembly, see what I can do. Okay, get that. Didn't give me an orb, but it's fine, because I get just enough defense. Oh. That's why it didn't give me anything. There we go. Okay, good time for Dark Shackles. Very good time for Dark Shackles. Awaken, Hexaburn. Oh, I've already played a boss card this turn. Oh, I didn't realize they were limited in that manner. That's okay. Let's see. Let's start with that. Invoked Fortress. I mean, at this point, we want to just wail on him. I'll hold off on the Ritual Dagger. There's a chance we'll get the kill. Looks like we will. That's going to be enough. There we go. Alright, do we get another early access? Yeah. Whoa. That's new. Okay, let's start with Chrono Boost. Rive. Early access. Let's kill the front dude. If I can. I wonder how upgrading a sequence even works. I didn't really think about that. Oh gosh, this is gonna hurt, ain't it? Well... I can drink this. 9 block, summon orb, boost. Should give me some energy. That's a bunch of block. Burn aged. And then we're going to do another assembly. Okay, gets me that. Gets me a lot of blocks so I don't take any damage here. That could have hurt. Alright. Start with Apotheosis. It's a feature plus would be lovely, but I'm going to go with that for the time being. We're in a bit of a lull anyway. Oh. Well, I guess I just die. Well, that would do it. It's fine. I should have been paying attention. I should have been hitting him. I didn't realize he was going for a barricade hit. New character. Oh. What? Oh boy. This looks fun. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.